What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another YouTube video. I have quite an interesting hardware wallet unboxing because I actually got this hands-on at the Bitcoin 2025 conference. I got to meet the Blockstream team, got to meet Adam back. I'll have a picture right here. And it was just a great experience. Got to meet everyone there. And I got a neat little lunchbox. But this isn't just a traditional hardware wallet unboxing because I also managed to get the all-new Blockstream Jade Plus, which is the point of this video, signed by Adam Back himself, which I just thought that's really cool. The fact that I have just this hardware signed by the person that helped make it possible. So I'm going to go through this, but there is some other goodies I got in the bag that I just want to show you guys. Well, specifically not this. This is actually not supposed to be in there, but this is my Blockstream Jade original, which I will be kind of comparing and just showing you guys the new features that the Jade Plus has to offer. But I also got this Jade Link, which is an air-gapped drive. The idea behind this is that you actually download the update onto this and then plug it into the Jade itself, and then this device never has to plug into a computer. You can do everything offline, which I love. This was a 64 gigabyte drive that they gave to me for free as part of the review, but these are relatively cheap and you can add them to the cart on their website when you guys want to go check out. And before I get started with all of this, I just want to say that if you guys are interested in purchasing anything you see here today, there will be a link in the description below so you guys can get a nice discount on them. As well as, it looks like I got a piece of candy in here, milk salty toffee. I'm definitely gonna have that after this video. And I would be lying if I said this was the first time I was recording this video. I actually lost power when I first recorded. So this was supposed to be in this box I'm about to unbox. But yeah, this is a really cool lunchbox. It's got some thermal protection in here. So I don't know, maybe should I give it away? Would anybody be interested in a little giveaway on this Blockstream Jade lunchbox? Let me know. But let's get into actually unboxing the device itself. That's the reason of this whole video, and to compare it with the OG Blockstream Jade, because there are a few upgrades that I think are worth noting. I have the silver edition. They do have multiple different colorways similar to the Jade, but they're not the same style. The Jade was a lot more colors like this, where they're just kind of bright and they pop out. For the Jade Plus, there's a lot more sleek colors like silver and black and just kind of neutral colors. And they also have two different options, which are two different price tags, which will be one that's all plastic and one that's made out of metal. This one, I believe, is the metal one, which we will get into. But here's the back of the box. It just talks about the traditional stuff with the Jade, being that it is an open source hardware and software, fully air-gapped with a camera. Now it has an advanced high quality display, and it has a lot of the same things that we saw with the Jade. So let's go ahead, and you want to make sure that that seal is not broken when you buy this device. I already pre-sliced the seal, and it has a little before you start guide, which is great. Just head over to the Blockstream green desktop or mobile application and follow it to get started. Then they have some of the steps on how to actually get this all set up. So there's that, and you can learn more with QR codes for more updates and customizable security. It is telling you to achieve the best performance and gain access to new features. Make sure you keep it updated, and you can, depending on your preference, choose how you want to update this device. But now let's get to the actual unboxing of the device, and then we're going to compare it to the Jade, and I'll show you guys all the new features that I like about this device compared to the Jade. Now, they're still selling both of these devices, and it really is depending on your price point, what you actually want to get. They both have the same concept, being that they store your Bitcoin and they keep your Bitcoin safe, but this one has a lot of new features that make it, I would say, improved over the previous revision. So off the rip, you can already tell that there's a bigger screen. Let's see if I can turn this on or if it needs to be charged. I believe it's that button. I should probably read the instructions on how to turn it on. It's saying to power it on is the bottom button. So I'm gonna hold that bottom button and it should turn on. Hopefully there's a little bit of a charge left in here. All right, so now that the device is on, you can see there's a couple options. When you first get it turned on, it looks like the battery's about to die here, but you can set it up. You can scan the seed QR, which I will talk about a little bit more, which is in the box there, and there's also options. This is not a touchscreen, but it is a lot easier to navigate than the previous one, I would say, just because there's a left and a right button, and you can go through, and it just looks like it cycles through here. Let's look at the options. It looks like there's temporary sign-in, USB storage, and settings. You can change the display brightness, the flip orientation, so I guess if you wanted to have it that way, you totally could. There's also some themes you can choose, and that looks like it's it for the options. I'm going to set this up off screen Not in this video because it's different for everybody. I'm not going to be trying to give away seed phrases, but that's pretty much how it is. I mean, if you've used a hardware wallet before, you know they are very simple to set up. You just need to get your seed phrase and you have to make sure you store that safely. That's very important. With the UI out of the way and just showing you guys how that works, now we can kind of compare the two. I mean, you can see very clearly that the screen is much easier to read. It's much larger. And as for the buttons on the top, compared to the Jade had this wheel that kind of just went left to right. Now this new Jade Plus has the 2 buttons, which I really like. Still rocking USB-C, which I love. I don't know why they would change that, so it's not really worth mentioning. But it also has a little spot to have a lanyard. I'm not sure what the lanyard would actually be used for. I don't know if you would be wearing this around your neck, but maybe the idea behind this is that you actually are bringing this out places, and this could be kind of your transactional hardware wallet where you store the crypto that you are intending on spending. So you keep these around your neck just for safe keeping. As far as the rest of it, the power button is now rotated to be going with the same direction as the longevity of the device. I'm not sure if I worded that correctly or well at all. And then on the rear, you can see that there is the Blockstream logo on the back, as well as it looks like a bigger camera. If not a bigger camera, it's at least a bigger glass lens on it. And as I was mentioning earlier, there are different options you can get. This one is the metal one with the plastic just around the camera. I like this. It's a nice device. It's sleek. It fits in, I would say, with the other hardware wallets in the space, and it just looks good. If you were not in crypto and you saw this on a desk, what would you think that was versus what would you think this is? And to be honest, I don't think anybody would know what either of these are, and I kind of like that about hardware wallets. Moving forward, there is a little bit more information in here that I just want to show you guys after you get the device, because the device is obviously the most important. And if I can get this out, we can show you the rest. So it tells you your keys, your Bitcoin, gives you a little breakdown of all of the different things that it can do, and just some more key information. So the lanyard should have been in here, but I completely botched that unboxing. Gives you a USB-C to USB-C cable, and it's branded for the Blockstream company, as well as it is braided, which is really nice. I've had this cable. This is what I use for like all of my hardware wallets. They're very, very good cables. Also, there are a number of cards down here, which you can see is kind of standard with a lot of the wallets. There are multiple different recovery sheets. There is a 12-word seed phrase as well as a 24-word seed phrase, so it's optional depending on what you want to do. You can choose between the two, as well as this thing, which I don't know if you guys saw the beginning when I was turning on the device. There is an option to actually scan this QR code and it will import the seed phrase. So there is actually instructions on how to get that done, and you basically will just have to fill out this grid accordingly by entering in your seed phrase, I would assume, and it gives you a nice little QR code. I think that's really unique because it allows you to keep your seed phrase safe as well as keeping it safe from other people. So you'll have it written down as well as you will have it kind of secured by a QR code that only the Blockstream Jade is able to actually decipher. I really like that. It's definitely unique. The only issue I have with it is that it is on paper, and I've covered this in a ton of different videos. But if you guys are going to get a hardware wallet, please make sure you get some way to protect your seed phrase. It's more important than your hardware wallet by far. You want to make sure that you have your seed phrase protected, because these things, while they are nice, and while yes, this is the point of reviewing this video, they can break, they can damage. Stuff that is completely out of your control, floods, fires, natural disasters, things happen and these devices gets destroyed. But if you had it on a piece of paper, the paper is far more likely to disintegrate, burn, wash away, versus if you were to put it on an actual seed phrase storage, which is usually a metal backup solution. It definitely protects your crypto way better. So if you guys are interested in anything you see in this video, links will all be down in the description below. I really hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you so much for Blockstream for actually providing this to review. I'm definitely going to use this for my Bitcoin storing solutions. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great one. Peace out.